Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Medabots Rokusho. In the last part we entered Medaropolis, and now it's time for us to enter one of the many shops in this place, the Medamall. Not the Medashop like we were told to go to at the end of the last part, the Medamall. This place is basically just another shop though. There's only 3 reasons to ever come here. One, there's a unique Medabot you can fight here known as Twinkle we'll be seeing in a moment. The shop here actually sells Haniwa and Gorham parts. And now let's go over Twinkle, because the third thing is a bit of a lengthier explanation. Twinkle is basically another variation of the Brass Sailor Mates line, if I recall at least, because I believe it only has shot attacks and scouts. I say I believe because this is the only time I fought them on screen at least, and they didn't last long. Nothing too bad, low HP on a lot of the parts, so it's honestly not even really worth using. But I suppose it's there, and off-screen I did grind for all of its parts, just because why the hell not, right? And that's all I have to say. This fight's very vanilla. Also lasted like 20 seconds, so not that much of nothing remarkable, really. If I recall, this is, yeah, it is chain gun, sweet. That is also the only fight I think you can fight here in the Medashop. But yeah, this place only sells Haniwa and Gorham parts. A bit odd, because at this point, you should probably have a full set anyway, given just how many you fought. But the big reason to come here is the upstairs area. Why? Well, let's just say we're going to be boosting the Metal Quest or Cat Metal Quest. Though I do forget what that lady in the top left is for, if they're for anything at all. Probably nothing at all, because I don't even remember her being here. Oh, yep, just a cafe. Alright, so let's go over this. Basically, you can buy a gift here for either Erica or Karen. If you're doing the Cat Metal Quest, search the left side of the second rack on the left. So the one just to my left, check the left side of it. You'll find a gift to give to Erica, the telephoto lens, and well, then you can just do the same thing I'm going to do at the end of the Karen part. For the Karen part, I want to check the right side on the last rack on the right, so the very bottom right of this one. In which case, we're going to find a cute hamster. It's only 10 bucks. Maybe Karen would be happy if I gave this to her. Let me just take this to the register. I'm going to assume it's a stuffed animal and not an actual hamster, by the way. Because, I doubt you could get a hamster for 10 bucks. Should I buy it? Yeah. And honestly, Karen does seem like one of those girls that would just have a lot of stuffed animals. I think that she even has a few in her room if you check. And after that, no matter which version of the quest you're doing, we want to deliver a present with this lady here on the bottom right of the first floor. In which case, we're going to send Icky will send said gift to her, and that will further your points with the quest. I'm not even sure if this is a necessary step. I've basically always done it because I always explored Medaropolis before heading to the Medashop. But yeah, that's that, really. Alright, now let's check out this gray building here, Estate Risotto. Henry, are you playing with Medabots again? Henry? Did she say Henry? Does she mean the Henry who works at the Hop Mart? The guy from part 1? If you don't study hard, you'll never get into college. I'll keep this for you until your exams are over, got it? Oh, hello, Iggy. Did you hear it just now? Boys and their toys always playing. They just never think about themselves. They just think about themselves. Never take girls' feelings into consideration. You better be careful too. Girls are pretty complicated. Ain't that the truth of it all? Let's go check out her room. You can check out Henry's room, but I think you can't even get into it. It's okay to play with Medabots, but don't forget to study hard. Otherwise, you'll end up like Henry. Huh? You know this setup of Medabots looks familiar. My master never studies, so now he's in trouble. What am I gonna do stuck in some girl's room all day long? Saying that, honestly, kind of makes me wish that, at least in this game, your lead Medabot had a personality similar to Pokemon Yellow version, but sadly, that's not a thing in this game. I think it might be in some of the later Medarot titles in Japan, but not so much here. Either way, here's the Medashop, and well, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite song in the game. I love this track. The Medashop, though, is... The first floor is the obvious shop thing. I forget exactly what they sell. That is Churly Bear and Giggly Jellies. As you might see, my money, as I said earlier, like last part, has jumped over to 800. That's because from the grinding I did, both to get my levels higher, before we went to Medabot Island, and the grinding to get all the parts on Medabot Island itself, I got a lot of excess parts. And my rule of thumb with this game is, with a few exceptions, 2 of every part is my basic limit. Some people could recommend having up to 3 because then you could have 3 of any given meta part on any given Medabot at a time, but I prefer to do this. And like with Medabot Island, there is a name change shop here, so if you want to change the name of a medal, you can. Admittedly, I was kind of tempted to rename all the medals I had at this point, just so that the letters weren't all in uppercase, or at least rename Rokusho so that he was all uppercase, but I didn't feel like doing that. That's a waste of $1. But the bigger appeal about the Medashop is on the 2nd floor that we'll see in a moment. Right now, we're running a test market on this hidden Medabot. There's only one of him in the all Medabots. He's an interesting egg shape, blah, 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 blah. It's slightly important. So let's check out what's going on upstairs. There's Erica. Save, by the way. It's a Medalink terminal, apparently. Everyone know the power of the senile old man. Erica, what's up? Right now I'm using the Medalink to find out which Metafighter uses the same Medabot as the suspect. Don't bother me. Okay. Hey, it's Dr. Armand. Hey, Dr. Armand.
What a coincidence to meet you here. Did you come to Medalink too?
What do you mean, Medalink?
You don't mean you're not registered in the Medalink yet? If you're a real Medaher, you'll hurry up and register.
Okay, then. Well, to put it bluntly, this is kind of an ongoing side quest in the game that's completely optional after this point, actually. It's basically Wi-Fi battling without actually having to use the game's multiplayer system. They sign you up, and then you can participate in a certain amount of battles. I believe that the one I'm about to do right now is the only one you need to do. Hey, Miss Nay.
Hello, Iki.
So this is your first time using the Medalink, right? Miss Nay, you fight Earl battles with other people too? I've been collecting battle data from all over and have spoken to many Medafighters regarding their fighting style. That's why I've been doing these special fights with others. Is that so? So shall we begin? Yes, please. Basically, the Medalink is a place where you're going to be fighting most of the enemy types throughout the game. Speed up theme for this part, by the way, because we saw this fight last part, is the Metal Mario fight theme from Smash Bros. 64. I love this theme. Basically, at any point in the game, there's going to be at least 5 fights available for you here at the Medalink. You can't miss any of them, if I recall, either. And you're going to want to do them purely just based off the prospect of once you complete them all in post-game, you get a pretty decent reward. I'm going to be doing all the ones I can during the storyline, and they're basically all going to be sped up, just because some of the fights take a while. But I should note that the important thing about the Medalink fights, in terms of your parts that you're choosing, is that you're always on the Saibar, which is spelled S-A-I-B-A-R, by the way, which is supposed to be cyber, which has no leg advantages. So basically, anything's good as long as it fits your personal tastes. Thank you for row-battling with me. If you get the time, please come by and visit me in my research room again. I have something I want to give to you. What's that? You'll just have to look forward to it. See you again. So, we want to do that right now, actually, because this is one of the very easily missed things. Hello, Miss Nay. Good afternoon, Iki. We had a good match on the Medalink, didn't we? I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun too, Miss Nay. Like I said before, there was something I wanted to give to you. It's another medal. You can go take one from the room next door. I forget which one I get here. I think I get the Bat medal. But this is important to do now because you only have 6 opportunities to get one of these medals out of the 6. So this is the most easily missed opportunity to get one of these 6 medals you could ever get. In fact, in my first playthrough of this game, this was the only time I missed because I didn't think to actually go back and check immediately. I thought I could do some stuff and then go back. So I ended up screwing myself out of one of the medals.
Hey, Dr. Armand. What a coincidence to meet you here. Did you come to Medalink too?
Doctor, I didn't know you Medalink too.
There are several patterns of power during a row battle fight. Depending on the combination, you can tap almost limitless power. I just wonder how many winning patterns you have under your belt, boy.
Would you like to see how you do against my winning pattern, Doctor?
If you got the confidence, take a seat. This time, I'll fight in the Medalink.
Okay, I guess we gotta fight Dr. Armand again. Who is still using the Bayonet and Zoran teams, as with last time. Go for the meta parts of the Medabot that is not exclusive to your version. So in my case, go for Bayonet parts. Meta V case, go for Zoran parts. Most of the Medalink fights, when you refight someone, are going to be the exact same difficulty as they were before. But there are actually a surprising amount of fights exclusive to the Medalink. So throughout a few times in the story, don't be surprised if we end up distracting ourselves to come over here and do some fights. And I'm going to be handling them a bit differently too. I'm actually going to be speeding basically them all up. and going over any excessive details about them or patterns that you want to take with them in terms of meta parts. So be prepared for that. I think the first time I do one of those things is next part. So look forward to that. And I got bayonet legs. Booyah, that's really good. So, let's go talk to... Oh, okay, it's the Rubberobo gang. What? The Rubberobos? Aha, I knew it. Excuse me, I have to go after the Rubberobo gang. Is it okay?
Did you say Rubber Robos? That's terrible. I'll go too.
Well, we better get the hell downstairs then. Oh, the Medabots missing.
Eggy has been stolen. Who would have thought something that important could be stolen? Well, we can't just let them get away with it, can we?
I won't let Medabots be used for evil.
Huh? Do you really plan to fight? It'll be really tough.
I'm going to fight. I didn't come here because Dr. Aki told me to. I came here because I wanted to.
Oh, really now? Dr. Aki, eh? Now I understand. If that's the case, then take this.
And we get a mermaid medal. Now, Metabee players are probably looking at this like, because the mermaid medal in Metabee you get from beating the Row Battle tournament on Medabot Island. Basically, you get the opposite medal. And because I already went over the mermaid and knight medals, no extra explanation needed here.
Boy, show me just how much you can do, eh?
Thank you very much, Doctor. I'll do my best.
I look forward to it. Yeah.
You know, you seem a lot jollier than I thought you'd be. I like you. I actually do kind of like Dr. Armand as a character, though. His design's weird as hell, but... And now we need to gather some information on the Rubber Robo, so basically talk to everyone. I honestly don't get the point of this sequence because... I mean, I suppose there are only so many places you could look, but it is important to talk to this kid, especially because... Apparently, there's some kid who goes to Rosewood Private School that fits the description of the ideas that did this robbery. Because obviously, as we've seen at this point, the Rubber Robos are rock stupid. So this cannot be them in any way. Admittedly, when I recorded this, I completely forgot this section existed, but I was able to find my way through pretty easily. Someone stole the extremely rare Medabot from this town. Nobody had this model yet, blah blah blah, so then it got stolen. We should have kept it in the background instead of displaying it. What was the thief like? A bunch of Medabots, but there was only one person from the Rubberobo gang. So it is a Rubberobo, but probably not a normal one. Maybe a boss or something. I'm just gonna go to Rosewood Private School and do some stuff with the being. Blah blah blah. Jotaro Kujo? I was told to wait here until I'm called. Okay then. Oh no. It's you guys! This is not what I need now.
Is that how you say hi? We heard all about the Rubber Robo game, came to see what the fuss was all about. We'll catch them and then everyone knows the heroes of the justice, the Screws.
Speaking of the Rubber Robo gang, did they escape towards here?
Hey, don't take us so lightly.
What the heck are you talking about? We'd already seen Rubber Robos again, we would have caught them. I see, well then, let me get going then.
Don't try and play games with us. You think we're gonna let you have all the credit? Spike, Sloan, let's get them. Today we can't lose, right boss?
You guys say that every time.
Don't be so surprised when you lose. Row battle time.
I'll turn you into a used dirt rag. Guess who we have to fight again? I really forgot that this fight happened, honestly. Mind you, I think I recorded this footage over a month ago at this point, so it's not too surprising. Though, we've seen this fight before. 2 fire flashes and a totalizer. Anti-C parts are recommendable to get rid of the fire flashes, but they're not recommendable at the same time at this point, because we're going to be fighting other things than just these guys. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Admittedly, the whole clever Rubber Robo sequence we're kind of going under right now, I entirely forgot existed. Because I remember a good amount about this game's storyline from when I was a kid. But I think I remember more of the sections I got stuck on, which is why I remember Odoro Marsh. March. No, yeah, I had it right the first time. It's Marsh. I remember Medabot Island just because of how long it took me to beat as a kid. I don't remember this because apparently I guess I was pretty decent at this section of the game. And after that, I guess I actually didn't remember anything until towards endgame. Because I completely forgot about the middle of the game, apparently. The Totalizer fight, though, as usual, try to get Totalizer parts because they're a lot rarer. But in the long run, it doesn't really matter because in post-game, there is a way for you to infinitely fight all 3 Screws. But for storyline purposes, it's probably better just to get the more useful parts of Totalizer. Legs aren't too bad, though. Tank parts are probably my least favorite, though.
Let's do it.
Okay then. Same fight as it was during the tournament. Also, there was a musical jump there, if you heard that. That was actually on me. What happened there was, when I was recording this, I had to leave the house for about 2 hours to do stuff, and I didn't want to leave the recording running, so I started the recording again with this. So, that's all that was. We've already seen enough of Cyan Dog and the Manta Praise, though. It's nothing too hard. Honestly, I question why they don't change these guys' team up much. I mean, I suppose they are just supposed to be the comedy relief of the game, especially Spike and Sloan. But, yeah, comedy relief, I think, should either get easier as you get through the game, honestly, like Reno and Rude did in Perspective, honestly, in 7. Or just have limited fights. Cyan Dog team has not changed at all. It's very uninteresting. Still like Cyan Dog's design, though. That's really cool. Though every time I see it, I'm reminded of this one episode from the anime where essentially Cyan Dog sucked so much they realized his metal was going against his nature because of some monkey and dog myth in Japan. You guys are all talk.
This is just a warm-up for us. It's the Baron's turn. Turn.
Oh, crap. Don't bring out Star Platinum, please. Who?
How can you go to our school and not know who the Baron is? Fine, listen up. The Baron is...
Yeah, just roll battle already.
How dare you interrupt me telling me about the mighty Baron?
Baron is actually a kind of annoying fight. His only Medabot is Banisher. Banisher's only ability is counterattack, and there's no easy way to counter a counterattack. It can fail, but it's pretty rare in my experience. So there's 2 strategies, technically 3 for this fight. Go all out in the first turn and hopefully destroy at least one meta part and just let time run out, or just constantly charge up your meta forces and use them because they'll go through the counterattack. Or you could marry the 2 strategies into going all out in the first turn and then just using your meta forces after that. Either way, because of that, this fight ends up taking a while, and that's actually one of the main reasons I ended up speeding this up. In fact, I think I even get a time over in this fight. Though admittedly, Banisher parts, not too bad. I'd recommend getting the arms over the head because the head has a limited amount of uses, but the head could also be recommendable because you could marry that into some other strategies a bit more than having to replace an important attack arm. And that's basically it. There is an off chance that instead of using counterattack, the Banishers will instead charge their meta forces, in which case you might get a free attack in if you're lucky, but it's very rare in my experience, so it's not even worth thinking about that strategy. This fight sucks and takes a while. I suppose one recommendable thing to do is before this entire screw sequence starts is save, restart the game, and set on the option screen right after the title screen, set the row battle length to short so you can have it over in like half the time, if not a third. But that's just not worth doing. In fact, I honestly consider that kind of cheap. Because the way I've always played this is to always stick with one of the row battle times. Never switch between them. In fact, honestly, I suppose you could look at the row battle times as difficulties. Normal length is normal difficulty, long is hard mode, short is easy because you'll be able to get some damage in pretty quickly. But you can also look at the reverse because if an enemy gets a cheap shot off you really quick, you might not be able to recover from that in a shorter row battle. Either way, very often this fight, you just get time overs. I don't think I've ever won this fight legitimately. But we got Clip Clop, which is, I guess, okay for 2-legged parts.
Not bad for a kid. Baron, are you okay? Give me that. Here's your tomato juice.
Juice.
I threw it because I was too excited. Baron, shall we go back to the hospital?
Sorry, I was so useless.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Icky. Picking on a poor, weak little Baron like that.
Did you just call Jotaro Kuja weak? Man, that ate up a lot of time. I'd better hurry to Rosewood Private. Oh well, but with that, I'm actually going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 17, as you just saw, we're entering the Medashop again, because it's time for our first wave of Medalink battles! Yay! See you guys then.